Let's review the Swiss ski resort so you would know where it is best to ski and especially what is good and what is maybe not so good about each of them. Let's directly get started with the first one, and that would be the ski resort in Zermatt. So number one among the plus points, it is a very scenic ski resort. The Matterhorn is basically visible from every angle and wow, the vistas, they're just fantastic. Number two, in Zermatt you have a very good lift infrastructure. All the lifts are very modern, so it's very efficient for you to get around. Number three, in Zermatt you have the possibility to take many shortcuts. So for example, if you want to go up to the Gornegrad, you can skip the train, instead take the cabin to Furi and then up to Riffelberg and so on. And there are also other possibilities in other places in the ski resort. Number four, there's this very beautiful but slow train ride up to the Gornegrad. You will have a lot of Matterhorn views, and I do have to say it's one of the most scenic train rides in all of Switzerland. Number five, in Zermatt you have the highest station in all of Europe up on the Klein Matterhorn. It's on nearly 3,900 meters. Over there you also can enjoy a great vista. And then number six, in Zermatt you have many possibilities to dine with a fantastic panorama. For example, at Enzian, one of my favorite restaurants, Cefroni. There is also Paradise, the restaurant at the Gornegrad, Alpita, and so on. It's really great. Number seven, you can cross over to Italy, to Val Tournanche or Breuil. So that's really something cool. This ski resort is shared between two countries, Switzerland and Italy. In Zermatt there are also many fantastic places for you to have an après-ski. I especially love this bar here. There's a really great vista. During dusk it is really magical. And by the way, if you want to know where all these great spots are located at, that's my demographic map. So here you can see all the spots where I've made posts on Instagram or here on YouTube. You can click on it and then you'll get the exact location. You just need to buy the map once and then it's all yours. It's going to be ongoingly updated, and currently there are over 200 spots all over Switzerland. Number nine, Zermatt is a really beautiful village, so it's really nice for you to get around. You can see some beautiful old houses, especially in the Old Town section, but also in the upper part of the village. Number 10, the ski resort is very large, so if you want to only ski in Zermatt, you already have many options, and you actually wouldn't even need to cross over to Italy. Number 11, the ski resort is on a really high altitude, so this makes it really snow-sure, and with that it is actually one of the most snow-sure ski resorts in all of Europe. The next plus point is that the village of Zermatt is car-free, so there's not so much of a hassle. Yes, you do have the buses, you also have the electric shuttles, but no outside cars are allowed. This provides really great holiday vibes. You have many amazing hotels in Zermatt. You have cheap ones, but you also have very luxurious ones. For example, this one here with the pool. Wow, that's really cool, but there are many more hotels. Just make sure you book early enough, otherwise the hotel may no longer be available. Number 14, in Zermatt you can do various winter activities, so even if you don't ski, there's more than enough for you to do. For example, sledding or enjoying various panoramas, and of course there is even more. And then the last plus point, that's something really cool. You do have the world's longest track from the Klein Matterhorn all the way down to the village. It's about 25 kilometers long. So this is going to take you at least 40 minutes, even up to 1 hour. Great and long skiing. Wow, I wasn't even aware of it, but this was definitely a big highlight. Alright, now Zermatt sounds really great, but there are also some downsides. So first of all, you cannot cross over all the time to Italy. So sometimes the link is not given because there is bad weather, it's very windy or it's even snowy and you don't have a good visibility. Number two, the ski resort, it is very touristy. You do not only have many skiers, but also many other tourists from all over the world that flock to Zermatt, see the Matterhorn, and with that, it can be very busy at times. Number three, the ski resort is actually really expensive. This is one of the most expensive ski resorts in all of Switzerland, but here I do have to be honest, the ski resort is very large, so if you think about what you're actually getting for that price, it is not really that expensive. Number four, in Zermatt the tracks are closing early. The ski resort is very large, and with that they already have to start closing it at 3:15 p.m. I was really disappointed, but then if you think about the size, well, there's just no other option. Other ski resorts, they're closing later, usually around 4 or 4:30 p.m. And now we're again heading to the canton of Valais, to the ski resort Saas-Fee Saastal. So among the plus points, number one, It's one of the most snowshore ski resorts in all of Switzerland, probably even in all of Europe. Number 2, you can ski on the glaciers. In fact, Saas-Fee is very famous for that. The upper part around the Mittelalterline, you're going to be on the glacier. How cool is that? Number 3, you do have very long treks, especially from Hosaas all the way down, but also from the Mittelalterline down to the village of Saas-Fee. It's often going to be more than 25 minutes of skiing at once. Wow, that's really fantastic. And then number 4, you do have a great variety of tracks in terms of difficulty. You have easy and hard ones. So here, if you're a beginner or a pro, you're definitely going to enjoy this ski resort. Number 5, even if you're a non-skier, you can enjoy many great attractions in Saas-Fee Saastal, so it's really worth to come here anyway. Number 6, in Saas-Fee you have the train taking you to the different lifts. It's, by the way, free. It's included in your tourism tax that you're paying. Number 7, Saas-Fee is a very beautiful tourist village. It's really nice to explore it, especially during the winter season. And by the way, the music video for Last Christmas from Wham was recorded in Saas-Fee. And number 8, the last of the plus points. In Saas-Fee you have great après-skiing that you can enjoy. There are many great bars at where you can have some drinks, especially mulled wine. There are, however, also some downsides. So, first of all, the ski resort is partitioned into 3 different parts: Saas-Fee, Saas-Grund and Saas-Almagell. However, you cannot reach different parts by skiing. You'll have to take a bus or the car. So yeah, this is a little bit sad in my opinion. Then number 2, the lift infrastructure, especially in Saas-Fee on the upper parts, it's often not very modern. You have slow lifts, but I do understand that because everything is built on the glacier, so depending on how the situation changes, they cannot really invest into very expensive lifts for now. And then number 3, do find in Saas-Fee it's often very shadowy. However, here at least I can guarantee you with that it is very snowsure. But if you want to have a lot of sun, well, then just do skiing at Saas-Grund. We continue with the next ski resort, Samnaun Ischgl, also known as Silvretta Arena. So among the plus points, first, it's a very snowshoe ski resort, especially in Samnaun. Most of the tracks are above 2,000 meters. Number 2, in Samnaun Ischgl, you do have very modern lifts, so the infrastructure is very much up to date. Number 3, in Samnaun you do have very long tracks, so there's definitely very good skiing for you. Number 4, especially in Samnaun, if there are many people, the crowds are going to distribute evenly around the ski resort, so it doesn't really feel packed. And then number 5, Samnaun is an entirely duty-free village, so in here you can do a lot of shopping, you can take everything duty-free back home. However, there are special conditions that apply for alcohol and cigarettes. It's basically the same as for airport shopping. Number 6, you can also cross over to Austria, to Ischgl, so you see this ski resort is also binational, shared between Switzerland and Austria. Number 7, Samnaun Ischgl, you do have a great variety of slopes, so if you want to take one of the lifts, then at least you can choose between 2 or even 3 tracks. There are also some downsides. So first of all, Samnaun is in far east Switzerland, so it really takes you very long to reach, at least 3.5 hours from Zurich. And then number 2, because it is very far, usually you will have to take the Vereiner tunnel if you want to come back. Especially on weekends, it's going to be very busy. Traffic jams are up to 3 hours. So here I highly recommend you to cross over Austria. It can be faster to go back to Zurich. And then number 3, if you want to reach Samnaun by public transport, good luck. It's also going to take you very long, at least 4 hours from Zurich, about 4.5 hours. Wow. Number 4, only on the Austrian side in Ischgl, at times it can be very crowded. Well, this is not really much of a problem in Samnaun, but if you come here on weekends, then you'll definitely see that if you cross over to Austria. Now we change to the Porte du Soleil, the ski resort I do know the very best among all of them I'm presenting you here. So first of all, among the plus points, it is the largest bi-national ski resort in the entire world, and overall it is the second largest. Number 2, in the Porte du Soleil you can do a ski safari, so that basically means you're traveling while skiing, and you even can travel in the way that you never will have to do the same slope twice. How cool is that? Number 3, in many of the stations you have a lot of variety of tracks, for example in Les Crozets, but also over in France in Avoria or Châtel. Number 4, because the ski resort is so large, you do have various options of getting around, so it's really worth to stay here multiple days. You can see different corners of this beautiful ski resort. Number 5, some of the stations themselves are already very large, for example Les Crozets, Avoria and Châtel. Those do have a lot of variety of tracks, so even if you ski only in one of the stations, you can do many things in just one day. Number 6, throughout the entire ski resort you do have great dining options, especially in Les Crozets, but also in France, Avoria and Châtel, over there you have a lot of restaurants. Number 7, I really love that about the Porte du Soleil. It is a very large ski resort, but the tracks are closing rather late, usually around 4:30 p.m. in December, and then in March even at 5:15 or even 5:30 p.m. The prices in the Porte du Soleil for tickets are quite cheap. I would actually say if you break it down per kilometer of track, it is probably the cheapest in all of Switzerland. The next plus point, you have great views, especially over the Dent du Midi, but you can also see Mont Blanc. In Switzerland, I would say the best view on Mont Blanc you can get from La Foyeuse in Morges. And the last plus point, you can frequently switch between the countries. France and Switzerland can get forth and back, and this is something I find really cool. There are also some downsides. So first of all, if you want to travel there by public transport, it's going to take you quite long. You'll have to take the train to Aigle, then you have to continue to Monte. From there you have to take a special train up to Trois-Torrents if you want to go to Morges or to Champéry. Number 2, the ski resort is on a rather low altitude, and with that it is not really snowshoe, but most of the tracks they're usually going to be open. Number 3, the lift infrastructure in France, it is great, also in Les Crozets. However, in Champoussin or Morges, especially in Morges on the side of the Corbeau, yeah, I do find the infrastructure, it's really in need of an upgrade. We continue with the next ski resort, and that would be Flumserberg. So among the plus points, number 1, this is probably the perfect ski resort in all of Switzerland if you want to come here only for a one-day trip. This is because of its central location. Number 2, if you want to travel there by public transport, the accessibility is very good. You can travel to Unterterzen by train, and then you can directly take a cabin up to Tannenboden. How cool is that? Number 3, the ski resort, it is on a rather low altitude, but somehow it is very snowshoe. I do find that very impressive. Number 4, the ski resort is very scenic. You do have a fantastic panorama with Lake Wallensee and the Churfirsten, so the views up there are really phenomenal. Number 5, in Flumserberg, you do have great dining options. And then number 6, the ski resort, it is rather small, but somehow they use the space optimally, so you do have a great variety of tracks. Number 7, the infrastructure in Flumserberg is very up to date, so all the lifts, they're modern. And then number 8, the ski resort is very family friendly. There are also many easy tracks for beginners. As good as Flumserberg is, there are of course also some downsides. So first of all, because it is the perfect ski resort for a one-day trip, many other people of Switzerland they think the same. So a lot of people are traveling there. Can be very crowded around the cabin at Maschkenkam, but this is really only a problem in the beginning of the day. Afterwards, the crowds distribute throughout the entire ski resort. Number 2, there are not that many hotels in Tannheim and Tannenboden. Well, this is because it's perfect for a one-day trip. And number 3, Tannheim and Tannenboden, they're not typical tourist villages like Zermatt or Saas-Fee. We continue with the ski resort called Aletsch Arena. So for the plus points, number 1, you have a very large variety of tracks. For each lift, can choose between 2, 3 or even 4 different slopes. And I also really love, despite it's only 3 stations, they use the space optimally, so there's really a lot to explore by skiing. Number 2, that's probably the most important plus point, the ski resort is very snowshoe and sunny at the same time. How cool is that? Number 3, you do have spectacular views in the Aletsch Arena. There are many great viewpoints. You can see the Aletsch Glacier, the largest glacier of the Alps. You can see the Matterhorn, Jungfrau, the Jungfrau Joch, and so on. So it's very, very scenic. Number 4, you have this fantastic car-free village of Bettmeralp, one of the most beautiful winter villages of all of Switzerland. It's really nice to stay in here. And then number 5, in the Aletsch Arena you can enjoy fantastic sunrises, so here make sure you wake up early enough. And then number 6, après skiing is really great, especially in the village of Bettmeralp. And number 7, the ski resort is very budget friendly. The ski passes, I think they're among the cheapest in all of Switzerland. And then number 8, the lift infrastructure in the ski resort is very modern. Number 9, in Riederalp you have this ski ramp at where you can jump into the mat, you can try different stunts, that's super cool. By the way, the first jump it's always free, but after that you'll have to pay. Try it out, really nice. And then number 10, the last plus point, you can easily reach the ski resort by train, especially if you want to go to Bettmeralp. The train station is directly at the cabin station. How cool is that? Now there are also some negative points to mention here. So first of all, Bettmeralp, you do not have a great variety of hotels. Many of the houses are holiday houses or apartments that you can rent. But if you want to have a large choice among hotels, well, then you can just stay in Fiesch. Skiing is going to be basically the same. And number 2, over the past 20 to 25 years, the lift infrastructure has been only upgraded in Fiescheralp and Bettmeralp, but I also hope that they're going to do the same for Riederalp. And now let's review the last ski resort, Arosa. So first of all, among the plus points, you have a large variety of hotels, so you can choose in Arosa. By the way, some of the best alpine hotels you can find in this town. Then number 2, for skiing you do have a great choice of tracks, so for each lift you have at least 2, 3 or even 4 choices. How cool is that? I really love they maximally use the small space. And then number 3, the ski resort, it is quite snowsure. This is because it's shadowy. Number 4, you can also cross over to Lenzerheide, taking the cabin from Hörnli. Number 5, up on the Weisshorn, you can enjoy a fantastic snowy panorama, really cool. And the last plus point to be mentioned here, the squirrel trail in Arosa. So you're going to march through the forest, then you're going to encounter a lot of squirrels, you can feed them with hazelnuts, and they're really going to approach you. That's something really magical, especially if you're traveling with kids. And among the negative points, first of all, Arosa, although it's not very peripheral within Switzerland, it takes quite a long drive to reach, especially from Chur. You'll have to take this curvy road. It's going to take you another 40 minutes. Number 2, if you want to visit one of the most beautiful winter villages of all of Switzerland, well, then I do have to say Arosa is not really the right place for you. The village is okay, but people here, they primarily come for skiing or for enjoying the alpine panorama. And number 3, it's a link over to Lenzerheide. Yes, it is possible, but only by cabin. You cannot access Lenzerheide from Arosa by skiing. Really great ski resorts here in Switzerland. Now if you want to know what are the best winter activities, then I'm going to see you over there. Otherwise, if you're more interested in something else, then let's meet in this video.